Hey friends, I saw this on fragrancebuy.ca. It says variation for Profumo. I was interested, about $22-ish or 25, forgot. So I had to look it up to see which Profumo is talking about. It happened to be Acqua di Gio. So Profumo is one of those that I enjoy, not like super much, just because I really enjoy the Acqua di Gio, the original back in the day. So I bought a bottle, but then it has worn off the excitement that I have. I remember when I was way back then. So it wasn't as good right now, and I don't know if it's due to memory fading or just because I've smelled so many other fragrances since the very beginning when I was a little puppy. So I bought the Profumo just to capture some magic, but Profumo is a little bit different. Now this one is, but I do enjoy Profumo most of the time. Sometimes I really enjoy it because of the incense, one of my more favorite note. So I like it for that reason, and it does include the original DNA, which I also enjoyed. When I see this for $21, $22 Sucrat, I just have to try and see. Okay, now it's going to be a side-by-side first impression, but instead of doing both side-by-side, I'm going to do Sucrat first, just to see without being swayed, without being being persuaded about how much difference it is from the original. Because I found a lot of times, if you don't do side by side, you think something is very, very similar, and you really enjoy it for that. But once you put it side by side, you kind of ruined it. So I'm going to open this Sucrat first from the House of Lattafa, and to see how it gives me, okay, the vibe that it gives me. And then at the end, I'll do a side by side. All right, so the review is going to be for this Sucrat. I still see it on sale for like $21, $22. I hope it's good. Let's go. I'm just going to do unboxing off the camera. Be a lot easier. The box is okay, nice and decent. Okay. This is a very very big, interesting box. Oh, I'm sorry, bottle. Spray time. Heavy cap. Spray is perfect. Oh, spray is pretty good. There you go. I do 3 or 4 spray. All right, this is Acqua di Gio first blast for sure. It's blasting Acqua di Gio. Very, very strong. The OG, the original. So I'm going to put that here. It's extremely strong, original. It's citrusy. The violet leaf is here. The lavender is here. The ginger, the bergamot, the whole thing. Oh, I love this one. The opening is gorgeous. It's just a bit different than what the OG remember, but it's super close to the OG to my nose right now. I love it. I love it. I mean, even without looking into the price of the $22, $23 price, this is a very good opening. It's a very impressive opening. I'm getting that fresh. The bergamot and ginger is very, very strong. The aquatic is coming through for sure. The watery aquatic. It's not salty though. And the sweets from the bergamot. This is a gorgeous bergamot. Citrus, the aquatic plus the bergamot is very, very strong. The ginger just a bit in the back, and lavender as well, the violet leaf as well. I like this very much. The opening is very impressive. I'm looking for the smoke of the incense, okay, to see if it come out, which is one of the more prominent notes in Acqua di Gio Profumo. But you know, I don't get any trace of the incense. It's more like the OG to me than the Profumo right now in the opening. Okay. I wonder why would they say it's a variation of the Profumo. If they only have the top, which should be the top, it should be variation of the OG. This to me, it's like 75% or 80% OG, and not much of the Profumo. But I like it though. I like it as the variation of the ADG original. I'm sorry, keep going back and forth. Sorry if it's confusing, but first impression, yeah, I'm getting you straight. So a lot of time I'm trying to detect what's going on, and I might be mumbling. But to summarize, this Sacrat by itself, I'm smelling the beautiful bergamot, citrusy, fresh, uplifting, summery type of scent for sure. It's great for the high heat, I mean. And the little bit of aquatic type of vibe without the salt, okay? This is not like the Profondo, which I also have. That one is a little bit more salty. Yes, this is more of a sweeter, citrusy version of the Agua di Gio OG. Then I should just stick to saying OG, Profumo, and Sacrat. Is it Sacrat? Yeah, I would not say it's too close to the Profondo. Alright, since I don't smell the incense, so let's go ahead and do a side-by-side of the Profumo. Two spray Profumo. The Profumo has, maybe I haven't used it for a while, so it does have the alcoholic. Wait for me for about a few seconds. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna spray this again just to get the top to get a true comparison. When it's $20-some for Sacrat, I could spray away, which is something I cannot really do for Profumo. Sorry, I'm getting confused. All right. So right away, when you're doing comparison, the difference comes out. Let me do the original. Let's see if I remember. I still say Sacrat is closer to the OG. It's a little bit too different than the Profumo. It's even in the top. Yeah, I could definitely smell the different on the top. It's closer to the OG to my nose. Okay, I'm gonna wait for a minute or two. The Sacrat, the longevity is gonna be good. It's fresh. That's the thing I can say about it. Where are you, OG? I do apologize. First impression comparison is like this. When I'm doing it this way, unboxing and doing it side by side, it is a true first impression, true comparison without having sit with it for too long. So a lot of time, we're getting the most realistic comparison. Yeah, you could tell all three of these are from the same family. They all have the DNA of the OG, but they just go a bit different in how they transform. So with that said, yeah, I'll stick to them. This is in the same family. Similarity is about 80% close to the OG, and about 60% to Profumo, just because Profumo is very strong, yeah, on the incense, and I love that variation on Profumo. Okay, yeah, so let me go ahead and wrap it up in case it doesn't change. It's been 9 minutes. I don't want you to stick around way too long just for the here's a conclusion. It's more of a fresh version of the OG, and without any of the incense, the darker tone of the Profumo. The longevity is going to be better than the OG, but not as good as the Profumo. I have my Profumo for about at least 3 or 4 years now. Take it as you may. I don't know what the recent formulation is like. Okay. But Profumo is one of my favorite. Especially the OG is pretty weak. My OG is pretty recent, the last couple years. So it's pretty recent. You know, I can tell it's pretty watered down. There's no way this was the original formulation or close to it. So I can tell for sure. From my memory, the OG smells very strong, very projecting, very long. You know, longevity is great. But this one, no, not the OG. So I'm glad to have a clone or replacement, or at least another variation that I can use for cheap. Now, it's not projecting that strong anymore. It's only about 60% of what it was, and I sprayed like 3 or 4 times. So I think the longevity is going to be okay because it's not projecting anymore. Yeah, I'm surprised. While Perfumo OG also went down very, you know, it also died down pretty quickly. The Perfumo still have some strength in here. So Perfumo is the strongest. OG and Sucrose is about the same. A little bit weaker than I expected. Yeah, it's too close to the skin right now. So I think longevity is okay. So sorry about that. First impression. It is what it is. It's fresh for the masculine. I do think it's leaning more masculine. Just because, maybe it's because my nostalgia reason, I don't see any girls wearing this. It's always been dudes, you know, wearing Agua de Gio, the younger crowds. So Sucrose is the same. And versatility is perfect versatility for anywhere. Okay, you could wear it to any scenarios. Weather, temperature, season is gonna be for the warmer weather. Cooler weather is not gonna come through. This is not strong enough. This is weaker than I expected. Yeah, so yeah, that's it for the first impression. I don't waste too long. I hope that's kind of helpful if you looking to pick this up. It is very close to the same family, as close as anything that I ever smelled. So it's super close. So if you're interested, $20-some is worth it. To me, I think it's absolutely worth it. Okay, it is still under. I saw it today. So when I publish this, you know, go check it out. $22-ish, worth it. All right then. I hope that is helpful. As always, see you next time.